Hello and welcome on in to Jammy Dodgers on the Little Ghosty Games channel. My name is JStation64 and I am leading three brave adventurers over there on a mission through the outer wilds of Scrumberry, the deadliest lands in all of the world, as we know. We have three... Brave is a strong word. We have three brave adventurers with us today. And they're going to introduce themselves, their characters, themselves, and a fun fact about either the characters or themselves. And they didn't know I was going to ask them to do that. Starting with Basque.
So, I'm Ghost of Sunny. I play Basque, who is a Tabaxi ranger. And the fun fact about me is that I'm married to an absolute bastard.
Aren't we all?
Fun fact. It's made so much worse. We were in a car for approximately, I want to say 4 hours today together. Never thought to mention the fun fact. You're the worst.
I had thought that I was going to ask this as well whilst we were in the car. I just kept it as a surprise.
Absolute shit. I was like, I might tell you about an item that I'm going to do for Basque. No, I shouldn't tell you. I'll keep it a secret. It'll be a surprise. Oh,
that's a different surprise.
Welcome to having a domestic channel starring Jay.
Gonna mediate.
Absolute bastard.
Next up, we've got Jomp.
Hello everyone, my name is Lee, and I'll be playing Jomp, your friendly kobold sorcerer. Oh, an interesting fact about Jomp. Well, she counts in units of 6, because she's only got 6 claws.
A full set.
And as long as it's in 6, she's fine. She has... Don't tell Miss Flowerpenny. She's stolen one of her saucepans.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just had to have it.
Well, Jomp's made Flowerpen into the next BBEG, unfortunately. So you guys have to suffer through that.
Sorry, it was awesome for making sauces. And roux.
You'll rue the day.
Oh.
Sorry. And last but by no means least is the main man, Rusty.
Hello, I'm Rusty. Real name RevTed. I've forgotten what we're doing. Introducing a fun fact about Rusty is once he thought he was in love with a barnacle. He had all the emotions, the swelling of the tummy, the bubbling, the giddiness, the hot flushes, and then he just realised it was food poisoning. But you live and learn. It's one of these things.
Did they just clam up, or did you guys get into a
party?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Do you know, I know an interesting fact about certain barnacles.
Sorry, what was that, Amadan?
I know an interesting fact about certain barnacles that I'm not sure I can tell everyone on stream. But
oh no, that sounds dangerous.
I know, very interesting, very well endowed compared to their exterior diameter.
For some reason, I knew that fact as well. Why did I know that fact?
What?
That's weird.
Again, all I heard was well endowed in diameters.
Chiron has called it. This is in fact an 18 rated stream.
Yeah, it is indeed. Thankfully. Anyway.
Immature.
Speaking of dangerous 18 rated situations, the brave 3 adorable heroes have gotten themselves into a cozy gamer have got themselves into a dangerous situation, having faced off a bear. Without actually getting into combat with the bear, did a good little bit of avoidance. Having met a farmer who and made a deal to rescue the farmer's wife from a troll, and rescue a troll, and then you met folk on the road who was coming back from a journey somewhere, and they clearly had some jam, and yeah, you headed into the woods, found a bear. Rusty managed to swipe it, and still has it, I believe, on their powerful hands. With the escape being masterminded behind Jomp and Basque, managing to slow down the bear and run away. You then ventured deeper into the woods after a night of dreaming about the stars, and discovered a little kind of a little knoll in the forest where there was a cliff behind and a cave beyond that. And a little bunch of mushrooms that, as Rusty had clambered up onto the rock cliff, well, one-handed because one hand still got a beehive on it. After just hardcore, just ignoring the bees, and eventually they just came to accept you as one of their own. This is the new queen. They had managed to overhear screaming inside the cave and grumbling inside. But the screaming wasn't just inside the cave, as Basque and Jomp, as they went to pick some of the mushrooms, revealed or unleashed the voice of some hushrooms, which I think, have we got hushrooms up? Who may have slightly given away your gambit with a little bit of noise as they screamed very loudly. We got the hushrooms here, I think.
Did you?
There they
I'm
are.
not sure I remember the scream. Could you reenact the scream just for immersion's sake?
They were little eyes popped up all over, and then you heard a big inhale, and then as they screamed in unison in a high pitch, with their little awful faces that you can see there.
They could so be a quartet, couldn't they?
Yeah.
But they could be a barbershop.
If only they could be trained.
Moneymaker.
We're going to take a sideways, like, what's that film where the guy trains the drummer? So yes, that's where we left it as our brave adventurers. Screaming mushrooms in front of them, heard coming rumbling out of the cave, this large figure. And yeah, that's where we are at the moment. So, as you emerge from the situation, as the large figure emerges from the cave, Rusty, you can see beneath you now, I guess, a very large figure. Oh, 1 second, my music has paused. There we go.
Just as an aside, I've got in my notes saved by frittata, but I don't know why.
Saved by frittata. Oh yes, no, you were saved by frittata. Jomp, do you want to remind us why and how?
I made you some frittata for breakfast. It were wild garlic and miscellaneous bird egg omelette. Very nice. Could have been any type of egg, really. Snake egg, reptile, any egg. But nice though.
Yes, I do remember now. It was very yummy. Thank you.
Saved by frittata. I'd watched that series on Nickelodeon.
Right, there we go.
So you can have your game back now.
The music has started up again. Let's switch to some more dangerous music, as the situation is rather dangerous. As these screaming mushrooms off in the distance, Rusty, from where you are, you see lumbering out of this cave, grumbling, a large, burly, muscly creature with a looks like a. Go on, sorry.
I was going to say, do we think that's the wife?
Well, you don't know yet.
I believe so.
Oh yeah. No.
They come stomping out with their like pale skin and kind of muscle-bound arms. Its head has very little neck to speak of, so when it turns, it kind of like it's moving its entire body every time it looks, kind of searching around what's going on with this screaming. It's got like a little blue scarflet thing around its shoulders, and a furry loincloth keeping its dignity intact, because this is, although it's mature rated, but we don't need to go that far. If you were up front with it, not just Jump, but any of you, it would tower over you as it stomps out, looking around angrily. Rusty, where you are behind it as it's come out of this cave. You are up on the one. You're in a very good advantageous position. But before we find out what Rusty's going to do to take the initiative in this situation, Basque and Jump, what are you guys doing as these screams have kicked off outside of the cave?
How many mushrooms are around us? Hushrooms.
There are
Like,
a couple of bundles of these hushrooms,
really?
and they look gleefully at you as they scream.
Oh, panic, panic. Taking out a knife, and I'm going to slash them to stop them.
Oh wow!
Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely. This is going to make an even better breakfast.
Not the baobab mushroom.
One mushroom.
And the entire group is what have you got to slice them with, Jump?
I have a knife.
Oof, okie dokie.
I have a butcher's knife.
Brutal.
It's not mine either, but I borrowed it. I'm going to draw that, and I'm going to go to town on this delicious food. In a little bit of a panic because I can hear stuff up top.
Are you trying to cut them in a way that's like preserving them, or are you just trying to like just stop the noise, or what are you kind of going for?
I bit of a foodie.
Bit of a
I'm
food-
trying to. I'm not doing the old, woodsman getting a knife, cutting deep into the earth so you preserve as much stem as possible. I'm literally swiping them as low to the ground as possible, but not taking too much care. I don't mind if a couple are sacrificed. They can be the diced accompaniment.
They are all to be sacrificed. Do you want to
All of
do
them.
a survival check to how well you managed to slice these down
Sure.
with your butcher's knife?
That'd be alright. I do that now if I can find survival. Woohoo!
I like in the week goes to something you mentioned
man.
like, what we gonna do with these guys? They're so adorable. Just like Job's just like rank.
They're delicious mushrooms.
What do we get on
I
your
rolled
survival
a
check?
6. A whole six. Yeah.
The bundle is indeed silenced, but it is messy. It looks like you have just torn apart a bunch of small white Muppet-sized Muppets, kind of.
Oh. There were tears before bedtime, but they're mushrooms.
We'll get rid of these guys off screen.
There'll be no decorative food with these guys.
as ink, like in any PG-rated animated series in the 90s, ink splurts up in place of blood, like over Jump's face. There's horror music playing in the background. Close up of Jump's eyes.
Pupils wide with food lust.
We've seen some stuff, people. The silence it immediately ends in silence, though. The hushrooms are hushed immediately, one way or another. And the sudden silence, you can see Rusty from where you are, kind of gets this big figure looking around, looking confused. With the silence of the hushrooms,
Silence
Basque and
of
Jomp.
mushrooms.
Silence of the mushrooms, yeah. What are you guys doing? Basque, what are you doing?
So where are we compared to the big hulking creature that could be the troll or Tilly?
So to set the scene, the big hulking creature is in a clearance just outside of this cave. And you guys are just in the wooded edge, just on a small knoll, and just behind that is where these hushrooms were screaming. So you are not immediately visible, but you are, like, if this thing comes searching for you, you're just beyond the rise of the hill, if that makes sense.
Can I use any of my natural abilities, which I am scrolling through at the moment, as either a ranger or a cat to try and...
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to identify a path that would get us close or behind the creature without drawing alarm or attention to ourselves.
Yeah, well, you can definitely, if you're looking to, are you looking to get away from it? Are you looking to get around it? What are you looking to do?
Well, I think we need to get around it because we need to find Tilly.
Cool. Well, you can see Rusty is behind, So if you want to make a stealth check, Basque, remember you're on disadvantage with your sneaking if you're looking to do that. Jomp, are you following along with if Basque's leading away?
Yeah, Basque is better than me at this kind of thing, so I'm just going to be like, "Oof."
He does have disadvantage there, which I am not on board with.
Cool. Give us a couple of stealth checks. You
Stealth
guys
is stealth.
scurry around the woods.
Where are you, stealth?
Oh
There we
my
go.
word, 8 for a stealth. Ooh,
Ooh, ouch.
and an
Oh.
8.
Forget.
What have we got?
2 8s.
2 8s.
Would have been a 24.
I would have got a 24.
Yeah, 8 or a 24.
Oh, that's devastating.
It's not great.
But yeah, Rusty, from where you are, you see this great hulking creature like following this like crunching noise along the edge of the woods, at the edge of this clearing, as you can clearly see your two allies like sneaking away as best they can.
Thinking.
I'm
but it's-
following in Basque's crunchy footprints. Not my fault.
But you can see from where you are, Rusty. I will say the noise of your two friends scurrying away through the woods, trying to get to an advantageous position, fully has the creature's attention. So if you wish, what are you looking to do? I guess is the question. That's probably
Well, I did have a whole routine planned out, but if I could just sneak into the cave, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna drop down. Yeah, slowly sort of clamber down to the cave entrance and see if I can peek in.
Okay. I was going to say if you wanted to do anything physical, you'd have like advantage and several things if you wanted to go along those lines. But if you're looking more stealthy route,
Yeah, could I skip down the hill to the cave entrance? That's physical.
no, I just meant more on the lines if you were going to
I know.
yeah. Give you some sneak attack business, but that's all good. Do you want to do a stealth check?
They got that.
Do you want to do a stealth check for sneaking down the cliffside?
15.
15, and yeah, you land with your ninja-like poise. Rusty, the big boy, is very light on his toes. And you can see behind this large creature, where its footsteps have kind of like imprinted on the floor leading in, is a dark cave.
Okay. Is there any obvious signs around the cave entrance of claret and the things associated with dismemberment and eating of non-animal based products?
Give me a perception check.
Why do I never find perception? 20, dirty 20.
20. You can't see much in this cave because it is a dark, dank cave. There doesn't seem to be much light in there. And I don't think you've got dark vision, if I recall.
No.
It's bloody humans. What can you do? But you can smell very strongly what smells like a butcher's, and also maybe a bit of a kind of a broth situation going on somewhere. Maybe you hear bubbling further down into the cave. You can start feeling your way inside if you want to.
Yeah. I'm going to keep a hand on the right hand wall
Cool.
as I edge in, just to try and keep my bearings to some degree.
Excellent stuff. How far are you going? You going as far as you can?
Yeah, being that I can't see, I'm guessing in the cave, and I have no idea of depth. I'm just going to go until I either fall down a big hole or trip over something. Nimbly, of course.
So back to Basque and Jomp as you guys go wandering through the woods, trying to get your advantage. You can maybe hear rather than see the large footsteps of this thing coming towards you as this creature appears into your view. We'll switch over to this. I've got so many things here to move over. There we go.
Oh, look at him!
There we go.
Oh, look at that! Is that dyed purple front hair? I like. I mean, that's quite nice.
It does look a little bit like she's got a little tuft of like.
Oh.
I'm gonna move
Oh.
this over. As players, if you guys scroll down a little bit, you can see a layout of where we're at.
Yes.
Rusty's probably a little bit further away than that at this point. maybe about there, actually. It's probably about right.
He's got a daisy in his
I
hand.
love the daisies. Yeah.
Or is it like a
He's
pin
making
bed?
it work, isn't he?
He is as well.
I think we've got Tilly.
Comes
I bet,
over.
I bet Tilly knitted him that daisy chain he's wearing around his neck.
Oh, and we've actually interrupted a beautiful
Yeah.
moment.
As they come over the hill, they see you both and bring up their great big, what looks like a large section of a tree to come smashing down on you guys. What are you doing?
Oh,
I'm gonna try and jump out of the way of the tree.
yeah, I'm gonna scutter backwards.
We'll do initiative checks, and if you beat them, we'll say you managed to get out of the way in time. We'll see how that goes. So, for the first time, unbelievably, in Jammy Dodges, everyone get some initiative checks, please. I'll do one for my big boy.
Don't I get advantage on initiative? Have I made this up?
You do.
There we are.
If you click on your token
Oh,
and then press
my
the button,
word.
you should roll for initiative. You might have to have
First
your
How
time
do I
token
do that on
selected.
the phone? Yeah, but I'm on the phone.
There should be an initiative button on the phone, I think. There should be.
Well, there's one.
15.
And there's
Nice.
13.
There we go.
Baby's first fight.
We got a 15.
Oh boy!
We've got a 3. What else have we got on? Did you manage to get a roll?
9. 9 for best.
9. Thank you very much. I'll add Basque in on a 9.
I was 13. Is it not showing up in the game?
Oh no, have you got 13? Cool. We'll go with 13.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That was
Yeah.
a previous roll. Yeah, sorry.
Cool.
My bad.
Put that in. Oh wow. Okay. Your character sheet opens very differently to everyone else's. That's. Where is your initiative? There it is.
Well, didn't you change a
What
load
gets
of stuff
to
on
do
my
it?
character?
No, there we go. It's straight up. There you go. You guys are in order. So
Okay.
there we go. Okay, so the creature is first. Before we do that, though, no, we won't do it before that. This thing's gonna come. As I said, it's slamming the tree down. He's gonna slam the tree down on you guys. So coming down to what we'll do really quickly is Basque. Do you want higher or lower?
Yeah.
Higher. Cool. Through as I can't see on this little tiny screen. 12. It's coming down on you as this great club comes smashing down towards you. 23 to hit
Ouch.
for 14
I mean,
points of bludgeoning
that
damage.
doesn't
Oh, good lord.
My word!
I stand by what I was saying about you being an absolute bastard. Do I need to knock that off?
Sorry?
Does that automatically come off my hit points? Or do I
No,
need
it
to
doesn't.
know how
No,
to do it
no,
now?
we don't do
Have
it.
you still got the 3 hit points from the food, or is that one?
Oh, you would, yeah.
Yes. I've not eaten mine yet though, so I'm gonna shove that in my face.
As a bonus action, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as you...
Dress eating.
As you this tree comes smashing down on Basque's poor little frame. Do we get any noises out of Basque?
Just a little sad meow.
Oh, God.
The microphone filtered that out, so it just came across as a sad face.
No, imagine if you step on a cat's tail by mistake, and they
Ooh,
kind of
yeah,
do a
that's
mix of angry and upset. That is the
Betrayal.
noise.
Yeah.
Betrayal.
Which is what you hear echoing down the cave, Rusty, as outside you hear your allies being thumper-dumped by big parts of trees.
Okay. I'll wince, obviously, reflectively, and and they just assume that they've got this. I'm just gonna. I was gonna call out quietly, Tilly, but I think I'll just say it in a normal voice because there seems to be a lot of noise going on already. So, gonna call out for Tilly. Tilly.
You're shouting into the dark.
Yeah.
Cool. And you hear a voice echoing back. Hello?
Hello?
Is it you I'm looking for?
Tilly, it is me you're looking for. But before we go on, could you just roughly describe your outfit and your appearance?
Tilly is not visible at the moment. They are in. The voice is coming from the shadowy dark. Or are you asking them literally to describe?
Yeah,
themselves?
no, I'm actually asking.
Oh, okay. That's a weird question. Why?
Tilly, I'm going to be brutally honest. This is your inner conscience here. How do we actually feel about this pretty troll?
Can you do a persuasion check? I guess it's going to be
16 with no modifiers.
16.
Nice.
Meant to be.
Well, I'm wearing what's the cross patch called? Hatch patterning? There's a name for it. I've forgotten what it is. Like gingham. Yeah, I'm wearing a gingham dress, and I've got red hair, and it's a bit muddy from farming and whatnot. But I don't see what's the problem. Who are you, by the way?
I've already told you, Tilly. I'm your conscience.
My conscience doesn't say things like that. You're much politer.
No, I'm only jostling with you, Tilly. My name is Steve, and believe it or not, those people out there are here to save you. I'm just the man that's going to ferry you from the back of this cave to over there somewhere without getting hit.
Okay. I don't know what's going on out there, but yeah.
Neither do I, Tilly. That's why. The plan is to not pay attention.
I can't come to you right now. I'm stuck where I am. If you can come and find me.
No, that's just your mind again, Tilly. You know, you've got to battle these chains that hold you down. You know, you've got to throw off these shackles. You've got to drop your accent.
It's on. I'm actually bound at the moment. I can't get anywhere. I can make noises if you want to come to my voice.
Yeah, could you make the sound of a cat being squashed by a large tree, please, just so I can find you?
Yeah, meow. This is the weirdest rescue I've ever had. Meow.
No, we haven't signed up for rescue. Yeah, I'm going to attempt to find my way to the Tilly.
Cool.
The Tilly, she's an entity now.
We'll see how that goes next round. Basque, licking your wounds. What's the plan?
Have I eaten the cake?
It is a bonus action to eat the cake.
All right, so
Feel free
we
to
will
bonus
say
action it up.
that I will have eaten the fajita. Fajita? What was it?
Frittata.
The frittata
A fajita
as
would
a
be
bonus action.
That's level 3. That you don't get fajitas yet.
That's like the spell that brings you back to life if you have a fajita, because it's just so delicious.
So spicy.
So being my 7 points of damage, my 7 remaining hit points out of 18. So mad at you, right? I'm going to attack the troll because how close am I to the troll?
The troll is right on top of you with this tree. If you wanted to move away, you'd have to either disengage, or you take a risk of getting hit again, or you can stand and attack it. It's up to you.
Oh no, I'm going to run away. I'm going to disengage and I'm going to try and run to the other side of the clearing. And I'm possibly going to try and grab Jomp and take them with me. Also out of attack range. Unless Jomp wants to stand by the troll.
Well, it's going to be your action to disengage. and you bonus actioned your frittata. So you can run by Jomp, or you can run away from Jomp, or you can run towards the cave. What kind of movement are you doing?
Oh. Hunter's Mark's a bonus action, isn't it?
It is. I'd say the frittata was a better use, though, to be honest. That tree hit real bad.
4 hit points. Yeah, the tree. Yeah, I'm gonna disengage, and I'm gonna try and run past the. I'm gonna basically. What I want to try and do is disengage from the troll, but sort of like give it a bit of a kick as I'm getting, so it is distracted and follows me, and so Jomp can get away.
You're trying to get its attention.
Yes.
Cool.
Kicking the
Do
balls.
you want to do
Other.
maybe a performance check to try and get its attention as you're moving away, or is there anything else you'd be looking to do that?
It's a bit cheeky. I'm not sure if he'll let me do it, but if you could let me do it as a athletics or acrobatics check, and I'd say I'd be getting up with a little bit of a little handspring back to my feet.
I'll do a deal where if you want to do an acrobatics check, you can try and dodge between the troll's legs. But if it goes wrong, you might not be able to get very far away from it.
I'll take that.
Cool. Can you give us an acrobatics check? You duck between this troll's legs. What have we got?
7.
A 7. You manage to duck through, and maybe Basque bangs their head on something that they don't want to think about as you make your way to the other side. Definitely got its attention, but you've not managed to get very far away from it. As on the other
still
side,
thinks he's kitten-sized. He's not kitten-sized anymore.
The troll wishes you were kitten-sized.
You just definitely got its attention. Jump. It is your go. The troll has swung round, tree included, to attack the cat that has wounded them deeply, unintentionally. What's Jump up to?
Oi! What you going at me mate for, Longshanks? You think you're a big man? Has Basque run in one direction?
Yes.
I'm going to run in the opposite direction, disengage, and then run.
Cool. So yeah, as you sprint the other way, we'll move them like this. And he looks back to you and your insulting words, and then looks back to Basque and then back to you again, looking confused. Is there any bonus actions from Jump?
No, got no bonus actions.
Cool. It is back to its go, and it's going to try and decide who is it going to come for next. We've got the We'll roll again. So you wanted you go and stick him with high, Basque?
Yeah.
You've both tried to get his attention. Although I think it might be Basque that it's going to go for because Basque's like sorely wounded it. What have we got on the dice? Yeah, 16. It's coming after you still, lumbering after you. It's going to try and again with this big club. Let's have a quick look on that. As it swings this huge tree back round towards you again. This is a scary creature.
Wow.
Here we go. What? What? That's the second 23 to hit Basque
And
for another 14 damage.
Goodbye.
Farewell. I think I might be dead.
No, not if you've got the thingy. I don't think it's enough for that. It's not a million miles away from it, though.
So I've got 17. So I've got 7 hit points left.
Yeah.
14 would take me to -7.
Yeah. Your total wasn't 7, was it?
Oh no, it's 18.
Yeah. So you're all good.
Am I all good? All good? Is that the word that we use?
I think we've just found some speciality jam in this region.
As
I think if Basque dies, we will have spent longer designing his character on Midjourney than we would have spent playing him in the actual game. If he dies at this.
So the concertinaed cat slams into the ground as the tree impacts the ground once more, and you just see fur sticking out on either side from poor Basque. Rusty, it's your go.
Have I made it to Tilly yet?
Do you want to do a perception check to see how far you get?
Perception, is there?
Yeah.
22.
Oh yeah, well, not only do you feel your way following the meows, having heard one very different meow coming from outside the cave, the more meows from this Tilly person, you manage to get your way, and you find Tilly, maybe unfortunately, you find you feel them. They seem to be on a bed where they are tied.
Okay.
Watch where your hands are.
Sorry, Tilly, love. Just a quick question. Did this troll? Yeah, I'm just going to untie it.
Yeah, you can untie her pretty quickly. What were you asking about the troll? Did you say?
Don't worry, Tilly, man. We're still here when we get back to the back to your husband. You're married, aren't you? Yes.
Oh, has he sent you here?
Well, yeah, we didn't kind of just wander into a troll cave to rescue random people.
Oh, I told Erin I've had enough of him.
I feel I need to make some kind of check myself.
Thimble here, he's who I want to be with now.
Tilly, I'm going to be frank with you. I don't know who Frank is, but I'm going to be frank with you. You're better off, love. You really are. So,
I know.
Approximately, what was it? A couple of bags of jam or something?
He haggled us up from one pail of. One pail of
he haggled. He haggled. Tilly, he haggled.
Him and his bloody. All he cares about is his jam.
Oh, I know. I tell you what. We've got 5 minutes. Did you want to sit here, discuss? No. You're right. Yeah, we should probably go and. Tilly, I don't suppose, on the off chance, you just happen to have some kind of paladin armor under that pretty frock of yours, or.
Oh no, I've not got anything
armored.
here. Oh no, but Thimble hasn't got his hat, has he? He took it off, and he'll reach around, and you'll find what appears to be probably a human-sized bowler hat.
Who reach around? You said he.
Sorry. She'll reach around on the floor.
Another time. We can have these kind of discussions later in a safe place.
She'll reach around on the floor and pick up and pass to you a bowler hat. I'll be like, oh, Thimble, he doesn't half get angry if he hasn't got his hat on. Have you got friends out there?
Well, I did have, yeah. My line of work, sometimes you have to be a bit fickle, but, go please. So what you're saying, Tilly, is Toby's? No.
Thimble.
Thimble, that was it. Yeah, how can I forget that? Yeah. How did he get that name, just out of marginal interest?
Oh, he likes to sew. Well, it's kind of weaving and sewing. You should see the brace he's made for himself. It's made out of flowers, and it's absolutely lovely. He said he's going to make one for me.
I've got another serious question for you. Do you think Thimble would mind of any kind of adoption?
Well,
he is a cutie pie.
he quite likes living out here in the woods. We have a nice life here. We have our private space.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. So what you're saying, Tilly, my love, is if I put this hat on his head, it'll be right as rain. Peachy, you're saying?
Well, yeah, he'll be himself all over again. I mean, he's lovely and he's gentle and he's so soft, but sometimes if he gets scared or startled, he gets in such a rage, and it can go unpleasantly, I guess.
Okay, I'll tell you, I'm getting a picture. Right, pass me. Have I got the hat? Or is she
yeah, she's passed you the hat.
Right, so I'll start to leave the cave, run off.
Yeah.
Tilly, one more thing. What's his favourite song?
Oh, he's got one that he likes, and he hums. It's hum bum 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 ba dum bum bum. It's something like that. I don't know if it has a name.
Okay, thanks, Tilly. You are diamond, love, sweetheart. You're a gem in the rough. I've got a couple of things to do outside. Don't worry. Thimble's in safe hands, and then we can come back and talk to your husband. Well, talk about your husband.
She was gonna come running after you, but now that you've said that Thimble's in safe hands, she'll believe you. You've been very convincing so far. And as Rusty Domain goes sprinting out of the cave, Basque, it's time for the first death saving throw. Very shortly after the first initiative roll of Jammy Dutch.
It's got to be a record.
It's pretty close to a record.
If I die over this fucking hat, I am going to be an unhappy person. I don't even know how to make death saving throw. How wrong it is.
I don't know where it'd be on the map. It's probably on the app.
Health and death.
That sounds like the right kind of ballpark.
Death save.
There you go. It's a fail. So you've got 3 fails before you're dead. 3 successes before you win. What you don't want now is a natural 1, because that is bad beans. As Basque groans and moans, Jump, you are up.
Blimey. How tall is this troll?
Probably about 4, maybe 5 times your height.
That's really tall.
It's holding a tree, like quite casually.
Okay. Right. I am going to reach into my little pouch I've got at the side of me, and I'm going to pull out what looks to be the leg of an insect. It's a grasshopper's leg. I'm gonna crumble it. Cast Jump on myself.
Ah, nice.
And then I'm going to go, oi! Over here! On your head! And I'm going to start to run towards it. Then take a mighty leap. I can leap to 12 feet high, which is enough to bounce off the top of this guy's head.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do that, and I'm going to bounce off. And, see how far I get to annoy it.
Do you want to give us a acrobatics check with advantage for your skillful bouncing jumping jump? Jumping jump. It's Jump's signature spell.
Acrobatics. Ugh. Not so good at acrobatics. Oh, 13.
Yeah, that is enough with your infused magic for... I can only imagine Jump saying jump like a Pokemon when they jump.
Yeah. It's like, jump! And then it goes bounding off. I'd love to do a somersault in the middle, but literally, no, it's not enough. I'm just going to boing onto the top of this guy's head, and then boing off. I can't really control my direction because this is all different. This is new. And let's see where I end up, and hopefully I can draw its attention. That's all I can do.
As you shout over, he turns around, like in the picture, angrily looking towards you, and is surprised to see not the little creature it saw running away, but this aerial tiny dragon flying towards his noggin. And as you bounce off his head, he kind of like wobbles back a little bit, and he's gonna. He's off balance, and it's going to cost him a little bit of his movement to kind of turn around and get back moving. Where are you headed? Where were you aiming to head, if that makes sense?
Well, I would love to head in a direction away from Basque, so
Cool.
to lure him out of Basque's kind of death zone.
I think it'll probably be over Basque, I imagine, and then like onwards. You'd previously been immediately behind. And yeah, maybe turning around, like he'll trip over Basque, unfortunately. Unfortunate body. And we've all fallen over the cat before, we know what it's like. You turn around,
The cat wasn't dead at the time.
there's a cat underfoot.
Oh.
As Jomp, Sonic or Mario like bounces away, and he very angrily begins to like stomp afterwards. It's his go, and he's going to come stomping after you. But I don't think we'll move the situation around this way now. So I'm going to put like that, and then put the cave up here for you guys who are playing can see. And he's going to come chasing after you this way, and he's going to go full speed to catch up with you. So he comes storming after you, but doesn't have an action when he gets there because he has used all of his energy catching up to you.
Okay,
Little tiny bouncing annoying thing outside his house. As you come to the edge of the cave and see daylight once again, Rusty, you just see the form of Jomp bouncing along across your horizon, followed with a huge tree behind them. This huge troll like chasing after them. It's your go, Rusty. What are you up to?
How far is Thimble away from me?
At this stage, it's probably, I'd say, 30 feet away.
How tall is he?
Let's say about 10 foot.
So I have 40 foot of movement. I am going to run flat out and attempt to climb up him, go like across the thing and then go up him.
Are you doing any kind of trick to get up, or are you just going to go straight up and just try and clamber?
No, I'm going to spend a key point to use Step of the Wind so I can sort of jump.
Oh, nice.
Sort of a guided kind of jump kind of
That's
thing, if that makes sense.
very cool. Yeah, give us an acrobatics check with advantage to see how we get on with that. That's a very, very cool.
I rolled 215.
Still at 15. Excellent stuff. Yeah, it wasn't going to be a hard. You were going to succeed this anyway, but you do it with Rusty's now trademark style and grace. As tell us, what is it like you getting on top of this guy? What do you do when you're up there?
Rusty's going to be running. I'm assuming he's coming sort of that way, so he's got his side to me. I'm going to grab on to sort of his wrist, sort of pull myself up, loincloth, sort of to guide myself, just in case I don't want to miss. And I'm gonna. You said he had like a blue kind of neckerchief thing, didn't you?
Yes, yeah, interwoven with this like flowery garment that you found out he's made for himself.
Yep. And then I'm gonna, with the hat, I'm gonna almost slam dunk it on his head. And have I got enough things left to say something?
Oh yeah, for certain. You've always got enough to say stuff.
So slam dunking the hat on his head and be like, "Oh my God, Thimble! You can't get your hat there. You've got your total outfit now. You can't rock this, girl. You are on that shit."
And his heavy kind of footprints thumps as he's running along slow down, and he kind of like tries to. He hasn't got much of a neck, so he can't turn to actually see you.
I'll just scurry around a bit. Just
and his grunts will kind of like excuse me, would you please get off my back?
Figuratively?
I mean, literally, if you'd be so kind.
Well, now, Jomp, I gotta be honest with you. I met your lovely lady partner back there, and I will happily get off your back. As how much you promised to stop making pancakes out of the people over there.
And he will look around, which will be a bit of a ride for you, I guess, because again, to him to look around, he just physically has to turn. Rusty's wee. And we'll see Basque imprinted into the ground from tree. Like, oh my goodness! And rush over, and we'll gently scoop Basque up off the ground. I'm so sorry. You're not a threat to me, are you? And like talking to Basque's broken body, but also asking you as well, Rusty, at the same time.
No. We've all been there, mate. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it, mate. All right? We've all been there. We've all left the house and thought, shit, did I brush my hair or clean my teeth or put my hat on to stop me smashing people into smithereens? Daily question. So, but I mean, look at my little fuzzy friend here is, maybe needing some of attention. Do you think you could help us? And I know we got off on the wrong foot and the wrong end of your club, but
Oh yes, of course. And he'll reach onto his like flowery thingy and pick off a berry and pop it into Basque's, I imagine, open mouth.
with a troll finger.
Yeah. And it was a good berry. So Basque returns with 1 HP. Basque, you awaken in the arms of the large troll creature that has just smashed you.
I hiss and scramble away and then go and clean myself at the side of the clearing. In classic cat style.
And yeah, in perhaps classic cat owner style, the troll will just like drop you in surprise if you immediately suddenly start kicking off. Like just,
not a cat troll.
I'm not a cat troll. I'm sorry.
I'm not really a troll cat right now, so.
There was another little thing running around. Are you still on his back, by the way, Rusty? He's looking around.
Does he seem annoyed at the fact that I'm still on his back?
He's kind of accepted it. Like, you're not on a burden weight-wise, so.
I'm going to call out for Jomp. Jomp, you called it. You called it. We were there. We were spot on with the relationship, my love.
What? So he's a good troll, is he?
Well, I mean, I haven't had time to work out his alignment. Give me 5 minutes.
So
but
I can the
farmer, and the Tilly and Thimbley, my mate, triangle.
I knew it.
Triangle.
That farmer were a bad piece of work.
We're shivering on the way, aren't we? Yeah.
I mean, good and bad.
That jump was awesome, though. To Jump.
Where's Basque? Basque were right squished when I jumped over him. Sorry.
I think she's taken a bit. I'm not entirely sure. It's furry, very furry. They're okay. The Thimble, he realised the error of his ways, and you can't solve all your problems with the end of a tree. It's a classic life lesson.
Hello.
And yeah, he helped her out. Hello, here he is. Look.
Hello. You're very tall.
Well, yes, it is. It's part of being me, I suppose. You're very small. Is that part of being you?
Probably. I hadn't thought about it.
One's experiences are sometimes defined by one's perspectives. Isn't that strange? Would you all care for some tea? I've been awfully rude.
Oh, mate, you had me at tea. Come on in, everyone. I think we might have interrupted something. I didn't realise Tilly was that kind of tied up. But nice not work, by the way. It's with those hands and
what?
It's difficult.
You got to rescue Tilly. She's tied up.
Well, she was tied up, but not in a. Well, I suppose it was in a captive way, not in a. It's best to let Tilly explain.
And like the thimble will just be kind of like with his giant hands, just like, oh, it's so embarrassing. Please do come in. And as he goes in, he'll clap loudly with his hands twice, and a bunch of like firebugs like along the ceiling will start lighting up and fizzing around. And you can see down into the cave, and it appears to be there's like two sets of lots of things. There's a set of like stairs leading up to a small like human-sized area with a little kitchen and a little table and a little setting area, as well as a much larger version that appeared to be his on the other side, and a large bed which Rusty found in the middle of them all. And Tilly, we have guests. Are you presentable? Oh yes. I met one of them. Oh good. Oh goodness no. Please, friends, have a seat. We'll get things ready. I've got some tea here. In a moment or two.
Can Basque just be like, it's okay. We're all very sex positive here. It's fine. As long as everyone's consensual, it's okay.
What's going on? What?
You're too small for me to explain these kind of things. I'm going to go make the tea. And he will busy himself getting some tea if you guys want to sit down, and Tilly will come and sit over and and especially to you, Basque. I'm ever so sorry for the trouble. He doesn't half get rough, doesn't he? And he looks like when he gets angry and he's not got his hat on, it's very bad.
He were a bit rough.
That wasn't great.
It's all good now. Thimble's got his hat on and he's gone. Could I just give Basque a once over just to see if I can help them or do anything?
Yeah, you can. Do you have any medical skills?
I have a 3 medicine, but I'm not sure I have a skill in it. There's like medicine kits and stuff like that you can use to actually do healing, but you can use medicine to assess how bad they are. Just like, do they need like immediate medical attention, or can they will? Because I'm not carrying them, so.
Not again.
Yeah.
As Rusty's looking over you, I don't think we need a medicine check. Basque, you can probably describe to Rusty how you're feeling.
On a scale of 1 to 18, a 1.
I feel your best, but you chuck it like a champ. It's
18.
No.
We might have to work on it. But,
You do look a bit bad.
Can I ask a question? When we were climbing up here, didn't Rusty have like honey all over his hands?
Yeah,
Like,
actually, probably.
has that been resolved? Or has he still got like a weird...
While I'm doing my medicine check, I'm trying to get this honey off my hands.
I'm going to say between untying the ropes, which I don't think you could have done one-handed, and climbing up the back of a troll, it's probably a lot of that has been just worn away. You've probably got a very sticky hand.
Yeah.
but the bees sadly have abandoned you, it seems. But whilst you guys sit down for tea and have a little sip and a relax with Thimble and Tilly in the cave, we're going to take a little break, and then we will come back in 5-10 minutes, because time has flown by. And we'll be back shortly to see how tea goes. We'll catch you in a little bit. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye. Hello, welcome back. It is time for tea. Our brave warriors have just fought and disabled successfully a large angry troll. we'll call it that. I think that's a good way of phrasing it. As we return to the scene, we see a large, surprisingly nice-looking cave. There is what looks like a very large section of a tree hung up on a hook on a wall that Basque is intimately associated with now. On a table, like a large table, with several large spools of what look like vines and maybe plants. There are several human-sized helmets that you think maybe would fit about the size of one of their fingers, the troll's fingers.
Wow.
With a large pot of tea with various sized tea cups around it on a table sits a tabaxi, a kobold, a human, another human, and a troll. And the as we return back to the scene, Tilly's just finished making a joke, which Thimble can't help but laugh at. And yes, I did wipe the ball out, but I mean, I'm much different, a different troll now. I assure you. Have you got any questions for the situation? This normal situation you guys are in.
I've got a lot of questions, but I don't think they're all relevant to the game. So.
You and Tilly, you're in a relationship both of your own free wills, and I'm doing some weird kind of thing to indicate like some kind of joining of hands things, but it's like a bit weird.
3-finger joinings.
Some kind. It's a friendly relationship.
Yeah. Well, I'll let Tilly answer. She's yes. I married that fella, that Aaron. There we go. That's his name. I remember my husband's name. I married him a long time ago, and I remember he was so excited. We were going to go off and change the world with berries, and it was going to be a new adventure every week. And then eventually he cared more and more about the farm and the berries and this and that, and it was never ending. So in the end, I was getting a little bit sick of like no attention and just he just didn't care about me anymore. He just cared about the farm. And then Thimble came, and he, bless him, he smashed half the farm up. And then he ran away, and then he came, and you see like Thimble's like, oh yes, it was quite bad. I'd seen Tilly on one of my roamings from my den, as I tend to do, and I was struck by her absolute beauty. And I came over to tell her this, but it turns out I'd destroyed a large portion of their farm, and so I ran away. And then I got to the car. I thought I'd come in at night and I'd, try and speak to this beautiful creature. And she's like, oh, you. And I tried to look in the window, but you know me, I punched half the house through. So it was...
Oh,
and then one day... Go on, sorry. We say Jump, sir.
Absolutely love him.
That's just gonna go like, Tilly, have you heard of a red flag?
It was a bit of a red flag. Yeah, at the time, I just, I didn't see him like I see him now, like a whole clumsy Thimble. I thought, oh god, it's a monster coming to kill me. But that all changed when, you tell him, Thimble. And, I was walking along on one of my walks, and I found on the road this hat. And usually, I squash it because it's funny, or I'll just throw it as far as I can. But I thought, as a laugh, I'll try it on. And as soon as I did, things started to add up, and things became clearer. And I found my voice, and suddenly thoughts came into my mind, and the realization that I'd smashed the farm several times, and how that must have looked at Tilly, and eventually I went over and I explained to her what I'd been doing, and I'm not going to eat you and all this thing. And we got to talking, and I snuck in several times and talking, and eventually she said that she would like to come away with me when I asked, and I bless my hat, I couldn't believe it. And he said, oh yes, he was very eloquent, which I wasn't really expecting, I'll be honest with you. He talked to me about lovely things and how he wanted to treat me and look after me, and yeah, we ran away. I told Aaron I was sick of him and I'm going off with Thimble here, and he didn't seem to think it was a good idea, but I said I'm going anyway, and yeah, that's where we are. And then I think you're the third set of assassins he sent over to us to trying to get my poor fella here?
Assassin.
Well, I mean, assassins is a strong word, Tilly. They were just, low level. No offense to you three, just people who weren't really that much of a
Level
challenge.
shame.
Let me get this straight. You went over to Erin's farm, you did a load of property damage, which you haven't paid for, and then you made Tilly here break some sort of sacred vow presumably made during this marriage ceremony, and you haven't apologised to Erin, even though he's a bit of a dick.
Oh, now that you lay it out like that, that's true. I've not apologized. I've not. But the property damage, I didn't even think. Tilly was so excited. And,
Something else I've been thinking about. You know, Erin, the dick. Well, all he thinks about is the berries, right? But have we considered that he's got to be dealing with this big embargo, this plug thing, which is stopping the berries from being spread around freely? Is this Travis guy? He's got to deal with that as well. So he's got a lot on his plate. So okay, bad news for him for not giving his wife the attention she deserved. All due respect.
And Tilly will pipe in, is Travis starting again? This happened a long time before Travis started anything new. But long before Travis started anything, he lived his life for the farm and all he cared about.
All right, so he really is a dick then. Just has been, will always be.
Thimble will, Tilly, they're making a good point about the damage to the farm and whatnot. Maybe I should give them some treasure for it, maybe, or something along those lines. See if that'll make things square.
I've got a few things I need to chat with. Could we have a team huddle? Is everyone available for a team huddle?
Yeah, I'm available.
Us two, or?
Yeah, why not? We're going to be talking about you, so it might be a bit weird. But yeah,
Tilly will be like, no, let them talk.
Oh, Basque, you're feeling rather crunchy.
Yeah, so if you guys could huddle around, you'd appreciate that.
Oh, you got some bones broken there. Why didn't you say? I can help you.
His whiskers just bent.
When we're in our little team huddle, I'm going to pull out my muddy ball. And we're all in a huddle, so you can probably see this ball. It just looks like a very dark baked potato. Although a little bit more spherical. You can possibly see some gritty looking stuff on it. So yeah, look, this is me magic. And put a hand on you, Basque. On the back of your leg, probably. It just starts glowing faintly. Faint golden glow. And all of a sudden you feel as if you're falling. And you are healed for... See what it is. Boop. Oh, I rolled so badly. So very badly.
A great build-up for it, though.
I know. Oh, 4 hit points.
Back for Basque.
That takes me up to 5, though.
Yeah.
Like, I feel better.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jomp.
That. You're welcome. Put my magic back.
Right.
So, huddle.
The way I see it is, got a bit of an issue here with Thimble and Tilly and Erin. I think we were just the people to help.
Sounds shenanigans are in order.
Oh no! I think we should all go back to Erin's farm, and I think we should suggest a better working relationship. You know, I mean, Erin didn't seem too cut up about the fact that his missus had run off, and hiring assassins, or if you're going to do it, why get some random people that are walking down the road to do it? It's he obviously just doesn't really care enough to actually bother. So I think there could be an effective working relationship between these three. Thimble, what do you think?
Oh, I'd stepped away. I'll come back again now. What was that, sir?
I'm suggesting sort of coming together, of Tilly, yourself, Erin. Is just not all things have to be physical, and so I think I've got a threefold plan. Step one, if you bear with me, is to find you some kind of strap or string or rope or Velcro, if it's ever been invented, to hold your hat on your head a bit longer. It seems to cause a few issues, or maybe we could find some glue, or something needs to be done about a man losing his hat. You can't step outside a cave without your hat on, sir. Secondly, you quite clearly Timble. No, that's wrong. That'd be a child's name. Don't worry. Thimble and Tilly. You're quite clearly in love, and you respect each other, and you're quite out there. And I reckon if you broach the subject with young Erin, old Erin, I can't remember.
He wasn't young.
Erin the dick.
Yeah. If you maybe broach the subject of an open relationship or some kind of poly something,
you'll see Tilly's face be like.
Or three, we could just go back to the farm, and you could just forget your hat. Maybe it could fall off in the wind. I don't know. We still need to kind of work out some things with old Peaches in town. I think you could help us out with Peaches in town, especially just the maybe just the idea of you rather than you actually coming to town. Much we don't want you not to come to town. Obviously, we'd love you to come to town. But yeah, I think we should all have a nice little talk about it, and some string, and yeah.
The strings are a good idea. You should have done that the day you got the hat, Thimble. You silly big fella. And Thimble will. Well, I guess yes. I mean, this thing is meant to make me more intelligent. I probably should have thought about that sooner. But the. I agree that I should owe some kind of recompense to poor Aaron. I destroyed his farm. I took his wife. I do feel a little bit bad, but about it. Maybe if I gave you a large amount. I've gotten out of. I'm trying to get out of the violence game, as not maybe as you have experienced, but with once I've got my thoughts together, I'm trying to get away from that whole business. The others that came along, I managed to just scare them with the idea of me. You were the first ones that I've. I'm sorry again, Basque. But yes, the very idea of me is quite scary, as you've said. I'm not too excited about doing anything that scary, but I am happy to help. Maybe if I give you a large portion of loot or something to give to Aaron, you could pass that on for me. I don't know if he'd want to see me. What do you think?
Yeah, he seems pretty angry with you, to be honest. Probably more about damage to his farm than to loss of his wife.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That might work.
He really didn't seem that bothered about you missing, to be honest. But...
I tell you what.
Maybe you could write him a letter and get a restraint order, so he won't bother you anymore, as well as the treasure, and you can part.
I'm thinking that's a very good idea. I think what I'm going to write to him is I'm going to write that we're no longer married, and here's a bunch of gold, And I genuinely think that'll make him happy. If you guys don't mind delivering that for me.
No, Tilly, my love. No worries. But we do have to worry about getting this jam. I suppose you got any in your hoard at all?
Oh, you were. Is that what you were doing out here?
Yeah.
We're just trying to kill my boyfriend.
That was just a fun interlude. We fought a bear earlier as well.
You were having quite the day. Thimbles here is the one who goes out a roaming. He's like, well, yes, there's quite a lot of Scrumberries just in the fields beyond the woods. Lots of ample, lovely Scrumberries. I go collecting every now and then.
You mean in farmers' fields?
No, I try to stay away from those. Tilly will tell you how that goes. But the other side, it's a bit wilder. People say there's something worrisome in there. Nothing ever bothers me, but then I'm quite a lot bigger than all of you, I suppose.
Is it you that's the worrisome thing, do you reckon?
Oh, maybe. You know what? I'd never thought about that. This hat isn't as good as I thought it was. And it's a magic hat, by the way, just in case you. He's not just really good with hats.
Thimble, some people hats. No, you bottom. I don't suppose then instead of treasure. I mean, obviously I have to confer with Basque here and Jomp. Instead of treasure, maybe you could help us pick some berries. I mean, those hands of yours.
Some honey.
And some honey and some of those
mushrooms.
Yeah, some mushrooms.
I made a mess at ones down back.
Oh yes, that's what got me roiled in the first place, sir.
Weren't expecting little faces in the mushrooms.
I'm not too good with the mushrooms. They're a bit too small for my big fingers. But there is ample honey deeper in the woods. There's a few little wasps and whatnot in the way. We might have to deal with. And then yes, we can go into the big field and look for berries if you want. If you guys are excited about that.
Very excited.
Basque, do you think that's suitable a recompense, Basque? You be on that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you did take a bit of a tickle on the old chin there.
Flat as a pancake, you are.
I don't.
Oh, maybe.
I don't think you meant it.
Wait there. In my old days, I used to do quite a bit of stomping, and I've got a few bits. Let me go and have a quick look. And he goes rummaging around in the back of the cave, and you hear just like crunching. It's like, oh, it's all his junk from back when he was, terrorizing people and stuff. And you come back out. He'll come back out, and he's got a few items. He will pass to you, Jomp. 2 potions of healing in little jars. And pass 1. Oh, sorry. Let me double check. Sorry. No, he'll pass you 1 each. There we go. Yeah, you each got a potion of healing. There we go.
Ooh.
And he'll also offer is since I got my hat, I don't really need these much anymore. And he offers forth a pair of braces, like wrist strappy braces type things.
Not like Cockney braces.
It's a Cockney brace. He starts doing hey, as your father. And these are tied to my people. They make you very strong. If anyone don't know who wants these.
Are your people very small? I can't see them.
Sorry?
Are your people very small? I can't see them. You said they were tied to them.
Oh, sorry. I don't think. No, there's no one on there. No, I mean it's ogre. They've got the strength of the ogre people is in these bracelets. So.
Thought you were a troll.
No, who said I was a troll?
Erin?
Yeah, I did think you were a troll, but
Oh, that's
I
really
didn't check
very
that.
rude. Tilly, did you know he was called... I did know, but I didn't tell you because I know you'd react like this.
No.
Trolls,
Oh,
of all
no.
people. I mean, look at me. Troll. Anyway, these are the braces of ogre strength, so one of you can have those. I'm not bothered by that.
Which is much better than troll strength.
Yes, thank you very much, little tiny dragon man. Girl, sorry. Yes, this I spotted for you, Basque. I thought it'd be something you would quite like. As a special thank you for everything I've done. And he passes you a small necklace. It's a silver chain, and the silver pendant hanging from the bottom of it is a little silver seagull. And I was given this by a druid one time. There was the druid who taught me how to do this, and kind of like indicates like the clothing that they've got on. It was before I even got my hat. They were very friendly. Didn't smash them at all as a thank you, and they gave me this, and I thought it might be something that you might be able to work with. And it is
Thank you.
Functionally a druid's focus.
Ooh.
There's a little silver
What
seagull
does
on
it
it.
do?
Adorable. You know, very
Cute.
lucky you getting that hat. Very, very lucky.
It was. Fell off the back of a wagon, from what I could tell.
Oh yeah. My family's been on a few wagons.
There's been all kinds of wagons going to the coast recently, heading towards Grick Hollow, unpleasant place.
Great colour. Were they taking jam and...
I don't know. As I say, it kind of looks down at Tilly like I'm trying to get out of the scaring game, this violence game. But I've seen them from afar.
Well, I mean, we deliver your letter, Tilly. That's not a problem. We ain't got a problem with that. And if you're happy to help us with the berry symbol and some honey, maybe.
And
I think that's an equal trade.
Tilly will be having her arms crossed and not looking very happy about it. I don't like you going out there and dealing with wasps and whatever's in those fields. I know these people need your help, but I don't want you getting in danger. Oh, but Tilly, come on! I'm sure I can help these people. Look how big I am compared to them. Look at this one; it's tiny. I'm much bigger. No, I'm still not happy about it, and she'll scowl at the three of you.
We'll protect him. We won't let no hurt come to him.
Do you want to do a persuasion check, maybe, Jomp, to see if you can
Sure.
convince Tilly that taking their boyfriend is a danger?
15.
And she goes, I guess, I mean, you are in a bit better shape than, I mean, he is a tough lad. It is true. I guess he'll be all right. But okay then, very very well. But you look after him. And if he gets into any kind of trouble, you send him right back here.
Will do. Back before you know it. Promise.
Well, you're welcome to stay here if you need to rest up for a bit, or you can go about your business. We haven't got much of a spare room, but I mean, it's a pretty big place. You can find somewhere to get down if you need to.
Do you reckon, Basque? You look a bit bashed up.
I could probably, I could do with a sleep. Because very tired. I normally have 5 or 6 naps a day. I haven't had any.
What time of day is
I
it?
would like a nap.
It's probably late afternoon after your incident with the bear. It's probably getting on for a bit for the evening if you guys want to have a rest here, have some tea and some nice cozy evening.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Cool. As you guys chill out for the evening with the with Thimble and Tilly, is there anything you guys are asking from these two, or anything you're discussing amongst yourselves?
What are the differences between trolls and ogres then? Any idea?
I got nothing. I didn't know there was a difference.
I reckon I could fight troll, but I could not fight an ogre.
No, you did better than I would. The world is so big. Fantastic.
Could I take a few moments just to ask Thimble some, just to sort of gain some basic words in ogreish?
Yeah, and there's not really many words. It's more noises, and the noises kind of convey what you mean. Like is I'm going to smash you, and is I'm going to rip you in half. I'm going to rip you half and then eat you. It's all in the eyes and the emotion. Most of the ogre talk. Was there any particular words you were looking to pick up?
Well, I mean, you covered the basics of what I really wanted to ask, but
that is most of the language.
Like maybe some kind of like stop or listen, kind of,
Listen. I don't know if there is an ogre word for listen. Stop, there is one though, which is it's more of a this kind of thing. And no. Lots of little ones, and again, it's all about the eyes. More fear. That's it. That's the one. You're good at this.
Thank you. I'm naturally gifted with languages. Just thought I'd check the time.
Well, yes. If you see them wearing a hat, maybe ask a question first in one of the more detailed languages, like I have picked up. But otherwise, yeah, that one will stop them for a moment. But if they're anything like I used to be, you don't want to hang around long.
I mean, was it some kind of anger issue, or was it your childhood? Is it nature versus nurture kind of thing?
It's just do you ever feel like you're destined to do something, like you have a purpose in life, Rusty?
No.
Well, ogres are born very lucky. They are born with a deep inset knowledge that their destiny is to smash the shit out of things. And they get to do it at every possible occasion. And it's a great life being an ogre, I'll be honest with you. Ever since I put this hat on, I mean, I've had thoughts. I've had to think about things. Consequences. Did you know consequences were a thing? This was new to me.
Well, people did mention, a couple of times. But it's the way of the world. But we've all got to make our little steps, little journeys, to make the world a little bit of better place. Yeah. You keep that hot on, Thimble.
I enjoy it. Tilly told me ignorance is bliss, and let me tell you, ogres, they live in bliss. But I wouldn't change my relationship with little Tilly for the world.
You are lucky fella, and you see Rusty with a bit of like welling up a bit, and he just turn away.
That's adorable. So yeah, you guys can have a long rest mechanically if you wish, to get yourselves in a good position. Get your spells back, get your health back, and get your kind of sleep wellness back as you had chilling out in the cave.
Is there a long rest button?
There is on the on the browser. I don't know if there is on the app version. There probably will be. Might be under health and death again. it's all Basque needs to be hanging around with his the health and death buttons.
Health and death. Health and death.
If you're not going to work, and I can just manually put you back to full health.
If you could manually do it, that would be fabulous.
No worries. Take me a second to do. So you wake up, and Tilly will prepare a breakfast of various nice berries from the fields, and a selection of meats from the kind of like what would look like maybe a larder section of like just animals that have been very monstrously acquired that you smelled when you initially arrived, Rusty. And a selection of like bacon and cured meats, as well as some berries as a nice little breakfast for you guys.
Wow, you're a pretty good cook, you are. Do you know Miss Flower Penny?
Flower Penny? No, I can't say that I do.
You don't know Miss Flower? She makes best pastries ever, and your cooking is almost as good as hers.
Oh, you're very kind. I'm no professional. I'm just well, I was a farmer's wife. Now I'm just a lady of luxury, thanks to Thimble. And Thimble will get up if you guys have had some breakfast, and so he'll hang by the door and be like, "Tree, no tree. Want me to bring it?" Maybe looking towards you, Basque, more than the other two.
Heckles go
I
up.
don't think we need the.
Oh,
He
okay.
still sort of like gives it a really wide berth.
I've got my mitts. Does anyone want the braces? By the way, they are the braces of over the evening. You can have worked out what they are. The hat, by the way, is called the Bowl of Brightness that Thimble is wearing, and the braces of Ogre Strength. They will change your strength setting to 19. Whatever your current setting is. You can't go above that at any point, even with boosters, but it will change it to 19. So if that's useful to anybody.
Change it to 19.
You hit things, don't
Mhm.
you?
Would it count as Basque? Would it count as armor?
No, it's only your strength. Oh, you mean for the lightly armored thing? No, it's a magical item, so it's not going to affect your unarmored business kind of thing. Didn't even occur to me they are technically braces, but yeah, well, I'm not going to mess around with that. That's cruel. Technically, it's armor, so you don't get to do that anymore. But yeah, if anyone wants that, they can have that. Are you going for it? I'm sorry.
I was going to say Rusty punches things, so that uses strength, does it not?
No, I don't. I use
It's Dex,
wisdom.
Dex or Strength. I think you can use for your punches. So if it would bring it to a higher number, you can use it.
Strength is 8. For a
So
minus one.
it would add 10 to your strength. Basque, you've also got swords.
Yeah.
Whether or not you want to use it for that. Jump, I don't know how much it would help you. Jumping far, I guess.
Yeah.
Jump will become a pro wrestler, a little tiny pro wrestler. Just grapple everyone. There's a few guys. It's genuinely useful for all of you guys, I think, at some point, in some ways.
They have to be a pair, I think.
Unfortunately, yeah. Otherwise, it'll increase it. It'll change it both to 9, which is not useful for anyone.
Well, we can talk about it while we're traveling, can't we?
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basque Thimble will lead the way if you guys are following deeper into the Sweetwood. As you are heading along, Thimble will kind of turn to the three little ins of you. Anybody not allergic to stings or anything like that, are you?
Stings.
Yes, where we're going.
Plant
Wasps.
stings.
Oh no. They don't like their honey being taken. They always make more. I'll take a big scoop or two every now and then. It is very nice, but yeah, they get a bit peeved by it.
Maybe we should hang back. Does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah, I can definitely get some for you if you want to do it that way.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we don't want you too far away, Thimble. I mean, I've had a few stings yesterday, but didn't bother me in the slightest, to be honest. Little blighters are trying their best. Well,
As you're saying that, Rusty, the three of you will begin to hear a buzz. And Thimble will be like, oh, there's one of them now. And point towards a flower just nearby. And you see a little wasp kind of buzzing along. But you realise that this isn't a small flower far away. This is a huge flower, very, very close. As the perspective changes and you realise that the wasp takes off from the flower and flies towards you, is about the size of Basque. And comes buzzing towards you rapidly. What are the three of you guys doing?
crying.
I'm going to move behind Thimble and hope that it goes for the bigger and more juicy targets.
The three of you ducking behind Thimble.
I believe the word is cowering.
And as the huge person-sized wasp buzzes towards you guys, it changes its kind of its flight pattern to put its protruding sting first and flying towards you like point first, and it's kind of bearing down on you guys between Thimble's legs. When you hear an almighty boom, splat, as Thimble just claps it out of the air. Nasty little buggers, aren't they?
That one massive.
Oh, that would be quite big to you, wouldn't it? Oh, yes, that's true. There's going to be a few of those, just to warn you.
That one's some kind of monster version, you know. It's like king of the pack.
It's just a normal wasp. What have you been dealing with?
I'll show him a wasp sting.
Like you'll have to get his head like really close to your arms. Oh, that's adorable. I didn't know they came in that size.
I know. Didn't feel adorable at the time, but just a little tap.
Maybe I'll show you the nest and we can make a bit of a plan of action, maybe.
And then the smaller ones, you know, about yay big, like a foot across. Normal size.
Oh, I've not seen any. I mean, that would barely be a pinky's worth of honey. What's the point of that? You want proper honey. This is the nicest honey you'll find. Come on.
Sounds like it's worth it, to be honest.
He'll continue trudging through the forest. And as he gets deeper in, the smell of sweetness and honey kind of continues to grow stronger. As the noise and the gentle like buzz in the background begins to grow louder and louder as well, until eventually you see above you, flying around, are several of these huge wasps. Don't be paying you much mind down on the ground as they're flying and wisping past. And after a little while, he ducks down behind a fallen tree as the noise gets to the buzzing gets to its peak. And he points out over the hill to a huge house-sized, slightly bigger than a house-sized wasp's nest built up into a collection of a couple of trees that have fallen over. And it is crawling with these huge, massive wasps about it, which I think I can share with you. Where do we live in there at the moment? There we go, over there.
It's a good question, sort of out of character, but also sort of in character.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's see the picture.
The initiative order
Hey.
is still around for some reason.
I hate them. So my question is, would we know, like, because we're trying to get honey, he's calling these things wasps, and they're living in a wasp hive. Like, do wasps in this, like, will we actually get honey, or will we get some kind of dreadful ichor substance that we can't actually use to make? Like, we'll get like Marmite rather than honey.
Well, when you look at the huge wasp nest, you can see perhaps it might be where Thimble has approached before, like gouges at the side that have been repaired and gouged again, kind of thing, where this fallen log's kind of rolled over, and there is a huge kind of like run of what looks like fresh honey kind of running down. It looks clear, it looks golden, it looks like an artist's rendering of honey and a packet of honey. It looks like the honeyest of honey. It makes your mouths water just to look at it. And he holds you back from walking towards it. It's too dangerous at the moment. But yes, you're presented with this huge house-sized bee's nest up a tree, maybe 30 foot up a tree, with a fallen log. Another fallen tree meets it, and the nest has been built around where these two trees kind of meet. Another fallen tree is what you're ducked behind at the moment, fair away. I can run up and try and grab some like I normally do if you want. Let's see if anybody's got any plans.
Do you get stung when you do that?
I used to just run in and grab it and run away, and maybe one or two stings. I can deal with one or two stings.
I'm just going to take a moment and just murmur some words to myself and like do a few sort of intricate patterns with my hands, and then just I don't need to touch him, but I do touch him just to feel his rippling ogre muscles and cast Shield of Faith on him. So
very nice.
A little bit of extra help, Thimble. We promised we'd bring you home safe, and safe will bring you home.
Does that look like anything on him? Has he got like
You see like a field like just like shimmering, like and then the field realizes that it's not a normal size, and then because it's got like stuck up a bit.
And he'll look at it like, ooh.
I really want it to look like barnacle, like little teeny wee
that's cool.
shells.
And yeah,
So cool.
he'll like flick his finger and watch the sheen. Like, thank you. That's a good trick.
You're welcome. You're doing us something, and it's a long way to carry you home, So think nothing of it.
I'll go and grab a couple of scoops full for you guys, right?
Yeah, where shall we meet you?
Well, you can stay here if you want to. This seems to
Aren't
be
you
a
Are
fairly.
you gonna bring a load of angry wasps back with you though? And we'll be here.
I'm sure I'll be quick enough to be in and out. I can. They won't even know I'm there. Whenever I've been here before, it's been very, very quick.
Oh, what's the worst that could happen then, eh?
If you want to move away, you can feel free if you want to. You are very small after all, and you don't seem to think these are normal wasps, so that's fair. And
have we got a good viewpoint of his path and?
Yeah, so where you're at the moment, you can see the whole of the log and the climbing up to the nest and the nest above you. Most of the wasps seem to be hovering above, like at the same level as the nest, like 30 odd feet up. Don't seem to be bothering with the ground. And you will point out that there's some 100 or so feet, 200 feet back, there was a hollowed out tree. You can go and hide out in there, and if I do get chased, I'll try and lose them before coming back to see you.
That sounds right good.
Cool. Well, you guys go and make yourselves safe, and I'll... What were you saying? Sorry, Basque?
Just it sounds like a good plan.
Thank you for this, Rusty. He kind of like tings his fingers together to get the... Oh, it's cool.
It even helps if you punch yourself. Don't ask how I found that out, but it works quite well if you punch yourself.
Cool. So, if you guys can retreat several hundred feet away to the hollowed out tree you passed maybe like 5 minutes ago, he'll wait a few minutes before he makes his run to get the honey. And you can hear as his footsteps. You can't. You guys are far enough away now. You're outside of the field of view from this hollowed out tree, but you can hear him start, and you hear the dum dum dum, and then hear maybe some and ow, ow, ow. And you just hear lots of like ows and the buzz gets louder and louder. And you hear what sounds like a very large like clump onto the ground.
We peer out of the hollow log thing that we were all carrying in.
From where you guys were hiding, you can see that the wasp nest seems to be a bit of a hive of activity.
Hoo-ha. A kerfuffle.
A kerfuffle, yeah. It seems to have like really been. All of the phrases are like it's kicked up a hornet's nest. These are the things that are coming to my mind. I'm not trying to do puns. I can't help it. But you can't see a clear enough view of like the log and stuff from this point. Where you were originally, you could see the whole route, but from your safe vantage point, safer vantage point, there's no sign.
I think we've got a problem here.
He said it'd be fine, though.
I don't think we've got time to talk. If any of you can do anything with fire or smoke, get going. I'm going to go and see what I can do. And I'm literally just going to go try and find him.
Nice. As Rusty runs through the forest, Jomp and Basque, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're going to have to follow, I think.
Yeah.
Because if we heard a big thump, it's either the house coming down or Thimble's gone down, so...
Cool.
Can I cast Hunter's Mark on the wasp?
There are about 40 of them. So which one are you targeting?
Okay, fine.
Third one down, second from the
left. Rusty, you are the first on the scene. Are you running back to where you'd originally left him, or are you running straight to the nest?
Yeah, no, I think we'd run towards where we'd initially left him and then try and work.
Yeah,
cool.
From there.
As you arrive, you can see the form of Thimble bowled over, like over the log, with arms draped down one side, legs draped down the other, with his hat still on because he has now attached a string to it, thanks to you guys. As wasps are coming in every now and then to sting him. In his hands are just absolutely covered in two huge, like 3 buckets per hand sized of honey.
Wow.
But he seems to be like half conscious as these wasps are flying in to sting him.
Are they actively stinging him, or they?
Yeah, they're running in, stinging him, flying away again. He's like, every time one of them comes at him.
I'm going to try and get up. You say he's over a log?
Yeah, the big fallen tree that had fallen over. He's somehow ended up sideways over it, so his belly's on the middle and his legs and arms are either side.
Try and get up to his face without attracting the wasp's attention.
Ooh, that's going to be difficult because they are everywhere and they're on alert. It'd be a stealth check. See if you can get up to him. He's probably about 10 foot in the air at this point. Like he didn't make it all the way down the log before this happened. You can see there's 2 huge gouges in the thing there. What was that, sorry?
23.
23. Yeah, you are. You're managing to stay maybe like under the log and outside of the. Oh, you tell me how's Rusty evolve as avoiding the wasps storming around the place?
He's trying to stick into the trees, and then as the wasps are coming in, he sort of uses the masks the sound and to scurry between the necks. Then there's an awkward moment where him and a bee make thing, and he's a wasp, and he's just like. And then he ducks and rolls, and then it's up to basically works his way along the tree, and then up. So a bit of a jump just to get up there next to his trying to secrete himself near Thimble.
And as you get up to him, you can see where like your shield is still aiding him. Like it's dampening a lot of these things. Like some of them are just bouncing off the shield. So he's not being like destroyed. Like you know he might have been. He's in a bit of a bad shape, but he's not that bad. Thanks to your shield of faith. What are you doing now? You're up to his face, or have you got a? Is that like another round? Would you reckon?
Yeah, I mean we're not in initiative, are we? But
No. Cool. Yes. What are Jump and Basque doing? What, Jump and Basque doing? Jump and Basque, as Rusty runs up to doing the buzz dance on the way to the to Thimble's face.
What are wasps scared of?
You can do a nature check if you want.
Vinegar.
Sorry?
Or vinegar.
Vinegar.
Vinegar. They're scared of vinegar. Do a nature check. Oh, -1 on that. Oh, that's my best roll all night.
What'd you get?
17.
17. Yeah. Vinegar and what else are they afraid of, Jump?
They're afraid of my frying pan if I were 12 foot high. But I'm not. So it'll have to be vinegar. I can prestidigitate a smell.
Ah.
I'm range 10 foot. Can I keep casting it around me as I approach?
Yeah,
So I can have like just the smell of vinegar. It's a very small area, but it's literally in 10 foot in advance of me. So I'm trying to.
A couple of as you walk out into the woods and like towards the situation, a couple of the big wasps, like probably about 3 times your size, Jump, come hovering down, like making a beeline for you. As they come down, but they immediately
behave.
they get near you and they kind of hover away again, realizing that like there's an unpleasant aura around you, and they manage to avoid you.
A bit acrid. Hits the back of your throat.
Really stings. Are you heading over to Thimble as well?
I am.
Cool. And Basque, what are you up to?
So I am. If I have a clear, like, how far away am I at the moment? If I have a clear line of sight, what I'm probably going to try and do is provide like cover, because I've got my bow and arrow, so I can shoot if it looks like any of the wasps are getting too close.
Ah, okay, yeah, cool.
I can try and shoot them down.
Yeah, so you can take out your bow from where you were at. You're in a safe position at the moment. And yeah, at the moment it looks like Rusty and Jomp are both managing to stay clean. Some of them are still coming for Thimble, and every now and then are getting through Rusty's shield. Are you taking any of those guys out, or are you waiting for any of them to start attacking Rusty or Jomp?
Can I see from the shield, like, does the shield look like it's fading, or does it look like it's still like going strong?
Gonna last for about another minute, I think, if I'm correct, Rusty. I can't quite remember on that spell.
10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes. Yeah, it's going fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably try and shoot them, because he's already down. They're just picking on him, and that's not okay.
Do you want to roll an attack roll with your bow and arrow?
Yeah, go on.
I want to see Matt's fire in a bow and arrow.
Got a longbow.
Kitty cat with a longbow.
Is that rolled?
Not yet. Oh, yet to come through. It's a 10 as the flies through, and it'll take out one of the smaller ones who is maybe hovering around, and you see it kind of like it as one of them gets hit out of nowhere, because none of these guys have been hits or anything. it creates a dispersal. Like they kind of like they all react to one getting hit and kind of hover away for a moment, giving Rusty and Jomp a bit of and Thimble a bit of a break for a second. Jomp, you've just arrived next to Rusty. Thimble, half conscious, lies there. What are you guys up to?
What's up with him? He's been stung.
Yeah, he's not looking too good. Am I able to ascertain whether he's conscious? Or...
He's like, yeah, he seems to be half conscious. He's just kind of dealing with quite a lot of stuff in his system. But he's there. But he's mostly being just like, oh, the pain.
So what do we do? He's a bit too big to drag him away. Vinegar smell wafts out of me again.
Yeah, brace yourself, Rusty.
Sorry. That's all I could think of.
Even Thimble's like, oh, what's that?
Like smelling salt, but he just wakes back up again.
Yeah. Probably will, actually, yeah.
Thimble, can you walk? We gotta get out.
Give me a minute. 10 more minutes.
10 more minutes? We ain't got 10 more minutes.
What do you mean?
Get up. Tilly's waiting for you. She's going to be right mad at you if you don't get home in one piece.
Do you want to do a persuasion check, Jump? With advantage?
Advantage. Come on. 16.
16. And he... When you say that, like, his eyes open, like, properly for the first time since you've been over to him, when you mentioned Tilly being mad at him, and he's, I'll try and he's looking pretty wobbly on this lower bit of the branch as he tries to get up.
Is there any did he take any out, or is there any that are dead or unconscious around?
There's be quite a few near on the floor near the base of the nest. There'll be a few that he's kind of like squished, but mostly he's it's the only ones that are a basket picking at from over in the distance.
I got a really random idea. This is going to seem really crazy, but go with it. There's going to be a fallen thimble, hopefully, in a minute.
Fallen thimble.
A fallen thimble. So, what do you want me to do? Describe my plan, or?
Yeah, go for it, God. Let us know what's.
Bees and wasps, actually, their fur, their little hairs actually makes them quite slippery. You know, so they don't get stuck in plants and things like that.
Yeah.
So my plan is to go and find a rather flat one and try and get it under him to slide him off the log, kind of thing. Under the ground.
Okay. Trying to lube him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see him like he's trying to get purchase on the tree at the moment to try and lift himself up, and it's significant weight. But he doesn't want to lose the honey that it's in his hands, and he also, if he did it anyway, it would be still because of the honey. But yeah, you can run over and you can easily get hold of some of these bees.
Coconut mat on a
as you run out of the Jomp's vinegar field, though, and close towards the nest, several more of these large wasps kind of come towards you as you're going towards these fallen bodies. You want to do either maybe an acrobatics check or dexterity saving throw to see if you can dodge out of the way as these wasps are swinging down by you to try and sting you as you...
I got a natural one for a 6.
Oh no! Oh no! As you duck and weave your way through, you manage to grab you're grabbing like the hind part of one of these bees or something. What was it you're grabbing on the bee? The fallen bee.
Yeah, you said some of them were squashed and flat, so I'm guessing some of them are rug shaped.
Yeah. And on your way back, you're ducking and weaving, but one of them manages to get through and to try and hit you. So we've got a. Oh dear. Okay, can you please make for me a Constitution saving throw?
17.
17. You feel the blood, the poison from this thing kind of coursing through your veins. That might affect a lesser barnacle puncher, but not Rusty, as he manages to fend it off, but you do take some damage. It is 8 points of is it poison damage? It is poison damage, as the sting stings into you, maybe your leg, and catches you, and you go tumbling over a little bit. But you manage to make it back with only just one sting, thankfully, from these giant wasps.
Fair enough.
Jomp, what are you up to whilst Rusty's running away to the...
How far away is Rusty running?
It won't be very far, it'll be like 10-15 feet. Just a lot of dodging
cool.
in between there and there.
That's cool. While Rusty's running, take out my baked potato again, which it really is a magical piece of equipment. And I'm going to rub it in my hands and then go. And the dust and other bits sprinkle up into the air and start floating down in like it's like golden glitter. It's really weird. And it's bless everyone in 30 feet of us.
Nice.
Because I figure if they're poisoning the thimble, then maybe this will help.
It will do. It'll help with things like Constitution saving throws. So that's excellent stuff. Is it like the silvery glitter? Did you say it kind of like lands over them?
Yeah, it was dust and whatever crap I've got, but it turns into this silver glitter. Yeah, just
pocket fluff.
yeah,
Nice.
Everything's stuck to this magical orb of greatness.
I imagine it kind of it shimmers, combining with the shield from Rusty. Like it's like a glittery like layer of looks like stardust over Thimble's limp body.
Looks like he's been rolling in pocket fluff.
Yeah. Basque, are you firing another round, or are you doing anything
I'm
else?
gonna keep trying to shoot them.
As Rusty is making their way back, limping now with a sting in their leg, you can see another one behind him that he hasn't seen, luring in to targets. Do you want to make an attack roll? See if you can take it out.
Yes.
No risk to Basque, all risk to Rusty if it goes wrong. And yes.
Oh no.
What'd you
get? 16.
16.
14+2.
Sticks into the Basque. Sorry, Rusty, you turn around last second and see this giant wasp in full "I'm about to sting you" mode, like needle first, and it just goes flying back away from you as an arrow pierces it from over on the other side of the woods, and it kind of curls up, replacing the one that you've collected. Yeah, you can get back to Thimble with your bee remains, or your wasp remains. What's the plan?
You said he was struggling to sort of get up and right himself. Could I try and get this sort of slippery rug underneath him of a wasp?
Yeah. Does Rusty have any sleight of hand skill?
No, I've got no.
Because you can try and do sleight of hand to try and like get it in there without getting you.
Having to roll.
Go for it. Yeah. See if you can get it in there without getting your hand squished as he's trying to like lift himself up.
16.
16. Yeah. You as every time he tries to like lift himself up, there's like a little gap where you can reach his belly with this wasp soft fuzzness, and you manage to wash it in there. And eventually, he very, very slowly, very like.
Thimble, let go! Let go!
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh no!
Okay.
Go with it.
And you hear like a. As he very slowly creaks around the tree, and a thud as he lands. And he turns around and immediately headbutts one of these wasps that are kind of heading towards him, and turns back to the three of you, like staggering around. Well, to the two of you, I guess, because Basque's off in the distance. Let's get out of here! And just begins like boom, 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 running off into the woods.
Jump! Have you still got that javelin?
Javelin, vinegar. What javelin? I got a spear. spear?
Yeah, well,
What you wanna do with
I'm
the
feeling a
spear?
little bit woozy. Sorry. Have you got something long and straight and long?
I have got my spear. What do you want it for? It's my only spear.
Oh, just give it. Oh.
And my spear over. It's literally 4 foot long.
Rusty's going to try and sort of just keep it sort of spinning, just to try and sort of.
Like a helicopter blade.
Like a shield kind of thing, yeah.
Oh,
That's excellent.
Like a deflecting.
What skill would you reckon that would be? Is that sleight of hand? Is that just pure dexterity? What do you want to roll for that?
See, I'd say acrobatics to keep control of a spinning.
Baton twirling, I'd call that acrobatics. Yeah, let's go for that. And
Yeah.
Basque, do you want to do an attack roll as well to keep them covered whilst they're retreating?
Yeah.
17.
17, excellent stuff. And an 8. So as you are running away, the one of the larger ones it bears down on you as you're spinning this blade above your head, Rusty, and Jomp underneath. The arrow strikes it and it kind of like fuzzes away, but it keeps on coming after them, after your allies, Basque, and Thimble, who has made impressive distance in front of you guys. he's not messing around. But as they get closer and closer to stinging you, Rusty and Jomp, every time they kind of swing in nearby, either one of the blades of the tiny spear kind of like wafts them away, or just the repulsion of the stench of vinegar getting pushed out by Jomp.
Like worst escape plan ever.
As arrows fly from the side, picking the odd one off, eventually between the being knocked back by the blade and the stench of the vinegar, the last one gets taken down in a shot by Basque, and you guys find yourself in a bit of a wooded clearing, and the sound of the buzzing dies down, and you have escaped the nest, and you catch up with Thimble, who kind of sits on a rock out of breath, like with looking at both of his hands just covered in honey. I'm glad you guys are okay.
yeah. I wasn't expecting you to get stung so much.
Oh, it's before I had the hat, I would just go in, I would swipe, I'd come away. I got up there and I thought, oh, do I swipe down? Do I swipe sideways? Should I kill one of them? Is it bad to kill these things? And I just I just overthought it. It's not
Overthinking. It's the curse of the active mind. I never suffer from that myself.
I didn't used to. It's but Tilly's going to kill me. Have you got anything for these? And he like holds his hands up of like huge globs, like probably the size of Jomp, of honey on each hand.
Oh no! I'll hold up the bag that I was ready for.
And
I give him my potion of healing that he gave us?
Oh yeah, you can give him that, and he'll like look at this tiny little thing to him. Thank you very much. And you see like several of the stings kind of heal over, he'll just put one of his whole hands inside the bag, Jump. By the way,
This is shaking it about.
wrist height to you and trying to like squeeze his hand out again from, and the other one as well, and trying to put his other hand in the bag.
I think it's full.
Um,
Have you got any bags at your house that we can borrow? I'll bring them right back.
Scrumberries.
No, this is for the honey, the huge person-sized globs of honey that he's got in his. He's giving you one big glob. He's in the bag, and the other hand is his thingy.
Tell you what, just put it in my backpack. There's no in there that I. Just go on. Don't mind. I can wash it. I can wash my bedroll.
If you're sure.
Yeah, and my hunting trap.
It's gonna sting like honey for a long time, which I guess isn't that bad. And
Smells quite nice.
puts his hand into your backpack and squeezes it out. You hear the gloop of it into your. It's still got like proper sticky hands. He kind of flicks out. It's like, oh, well.
Oh,
Rubs the honey on the wounds, like on the rest of his thing. I don't know if that does anything or not, but it seemed like the thing to do. Oh well, mission successful. Yes, he holds up his thumbs and like you see like huge like lumps on his thumbs where he's been stung in different ways.
oh.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not feeling too great right now. How are you guys doing?
Well, it were quite exciting. I never expected to see bees the size of bigger than Basque. I mean, Basque's a big boy.
And like,
Fluffy, kind of.
Thimble like will look down at him like, yeah, I guess. I might. Shall we press on to the fields? He kind of like leans against a tree when he says it.
Kind of worried about you. You seem to be a bit tired. And to be honest, we underestimated the wasps. So I fear that we might be underestimating the bushes of delicious berries.
I'm sure you'll be fine. If I'm the big scary thing, I'm not going to come get you, I swear.
Originally I thought that you were, but I never expected the wasps either, so... I'm game though. Feel good. Feel right good, bit sticky. Feel alright.
Just a back of like liquid honey on your back, like this is horrible.
Just saturating my backpack.
A very slow drip of honey behind
Rained honey
Jomp.
dripping out all over my tail. Oh.
Well,
no.
it's this way. Shall we go? And
You feeling alright? You feeling up to it? Do you want another potion?
No. You keep those. It's I'm back on my feet now. I'm sure I'll be fine. And he begins kind of making his way north out of the woods. If you guys are with him, after
Absolutely.
an hour or two of walking, you begin to see the bright yellow light of huge, like tall fields of grass, like wheat, almost height, like wheat fields of grass, and the tops of it are all covered with these bright berries. And as you guys head off into out of the sweetwood and into the fields is where we'll probably leave it for this week. As we'll take you back to the gang over here. So we go, Sweetwood defeated.
Wow.
You have secured like 10 times as much honey as you had procured from the bee. An ally, or a couple of allies, and about to get your absolute fill of berries. You can see there is just so many berries in this field. Like the entire top of the tall like wheat field grass is glistening red in the sun. As
Is
you
it
guys
like
head out there.
normal sized wheat, or is it massive wheat? That's what I'm curious about.
As you approach, you'll be able to see that it's probably shoulder height with Thimble. So it's taller than all of your heads.
Shoulder height with thimble, so
Yeah.
it's like 8-9 foot high.
Tall grass. Like so, yeah. Once you're in, you'll be in the grass.
It's a
But
very
you'll have
strange place.
your fill of berries.
I'm curious about how such a place would be pollinated and what kind of evolutions and adaptations would allow the grass to develop in such a way. Yeah.
Well, I had mentioned today things that I think about that have no bearing on the game and like will never come up unless someone asks that specific question. Is so thank you Ghost of Sunny. The tall grass when it's full, the weight of the berries bends it over so small creatures can eat it and go and spread the seed, and then with the weight lightened it goes up again and birds can eat it and then they can fly with the seed. So it's It was the idea in my head of that's how the Scrumberry spread is through this very elaborate process, which nature has not yet designed in real life, which makes me think probably wouldn't work. But I was reflecting today as we were walking through some long grass fields to Ghost of Sunny. That was in my head of like, oh yeah, this is how the thingies work. Like, it's completely irrelevant. It makes no basis in the game. It's just things that live in my head. So share with you guys. Yeah. But yeah, you've met some of the interesting flora and fauna of the Scrumberry world so far, and you've almost got all the ingredients you need for your jam. One thing that I forgot to mention that you guys asked about that I think it'd been mentioned before, but Thimble and Tilly will definitely have reminded you that one of the best places to find hush rooms, especially now you know what they are, is a bit more useful. One of the best places to find hush rooms is in the wild fields north of the Sweetwood. So you might be able to get your fill of those as well whilst you're there.
Oh, cool.
But we'll find that out next week. In the meantime, I have been JStation 64 running these wonderful players through this adventure. I'm next streaming on Sunday, where we're playing Mario Kart. Mario Kart Deluxe 8 has got a brand new game, so I'll be joined with Ghost of Sunny, who's over that way, and also Chiron, who's been in chat, and we're going to play some exciting levels of Mario Kart 8. And then back here next week for some more berry adventures. Rusty, how are you doing? Who are you? How's it going?
I am RevTed. It seems to be universal now. I've got that name down on most platforms, so which is all good. I have a channel on YouTube, which is called Revivify, where I restore old crap mainly, and things like these old computers behind me have all had a video apart from that one. But yeah, no, it's I think it's quite chilled out and not too intensive listening. So watching.
Excellent stuff. And Amadan?
Hey there, I have been Jomp. I will see you all next week. Be there or be square.
Be a D6 rather than everyone much preferred D20.
Sure.
And Ghost of Sunny?
I'm Ghost of Sunny. I'll be joining JStation stream on Sunday, and we will be hopefully recording a new Vaesen this weekend, which will then at some point in the future be uploaded to the YouTube channel.
Nice.
Excellent stuff.
On an indeterminate schedule.
yeah. Both our individual video projects have taken a very indeterminate schedule of like, well, we make them when we make them. Want to do them as often as possible, but it's the possible bit that becomes the harder bit.
It's what is it with gambling? Intermittent reward. Like if you know it's all the time, it's too predictable. But if every now and again it crops up, you're like, that makes it super addictive. So that's the strategy.
It's definitely strategy. Definitely. That's what's causing it.
Get the Dino Fight Club.
Yes, the Dino Fight Club went exactly as everyone thought. Over on my YouTube channel, you can catch the latest Jurassic Park, seeing the division heads fight each other tooth and nail, or at least their representatives in some kind of way. And there's more to come. I'm going to try and record another one this weekend as well because I'm really enjoying the Fight Club, even though I probably shouldn't because it's quite cruel. I'm also going to get a bot working that I thought I had working that I just tried, then it's not working yet, so I'll get that fixed and we'll be able to have some bits of information about our beloved characters as well as our wonderful players, all 6 of whom are adorable. So you can come and join us again next week for that, and in the meantime, thank you very much for watching and we'll catch you then. Cheers guys. Bye.
Bye.